Hello everyone, my name is Eras and how are you? I hope you are very good. You are enjoying your day. You are very happy in your life. Today we have moved in a new lecture and in this lecture we will cover some new topic with new ideas and new concepts. But today I am starting with a topic that is the do you want to know what is the name of the topic? Okay, all right. That is the saprophytic nutrition. In the previous classes, we have learned so many different topics, but in this lecture, we will also learn so many different topics with new ideas and new concepts. But I am starting with this particular topic that is the saprophytic nutrition. Concept clear? Now, listen to me. If someone may ask you what is saprophytic nutrition, then what will you say? Okay, you will just simply say that those non-green plants who obtained or who got their nutrients from the dead and decaying matter, then this type of the nutrients are called as the saprophytic nutrients. Concept clear? But okay, let me explain what I have told you. Basically, I have told you that non-green plants. Do you want to know what is the meaning of the non-green plants? Non-green plants. Here I have already written non-green plants. That means these plants don't contain too much or so many chlorophyll. So that's why this type of the plants cannot able and not able to make their food by a process that is the photosynthesis. So that's why these plants obtains their food from the dead matter and the decaying matter. Okay, all right. So that's why I'm basically saying that ki, these all are the non-green plants who take or obtains their food from the dead and decaying matter. But green plants cannot do so because they have chlorophylls and they can make their food by a process that is the photosynthesis. But what about non-green plants? Non-green plants cannot do just like a green plant. So that's why non-green plants obtaining their food from the dead and decaying matter. But this doesn't mean that all the non-green plants can obtain their food from the dead and decaying matter. But basically what I'm just saying that only few non-green plants can obtain their nutrients from the dead and decaying matter. Then this type of the non-green plants are basically called as the saprophytic mode of nutrition. Concept clear? Obviously yes. Okay. So I have already written that those non-green plants which obtain their food or nutrition from the dead and decaying organic matter are called saprophytic nutrition. In this point, the fact is that this is the important line. This is the important line. Decaying organic matter and the dead matter. Okay, all right, all clear. But if one may ask the questions that, sir, can you tell me some examples? Obviously, yes. The examples of saprophytic nutrition is the fungi. Fungi is the best examples. Objective questions can be asked from these particular points or from these particular points. You want to know surprisingly that how objective questions can be asked from these particular questions. Okay, let me explain. The questions here arises is that saprophytic nutrients can obtain their food from option A dead and decaying matter, option B में by photosynthesis, option C में both, D में none. Then what will you tick out? You will just tick out the correct answer, that is the dead and decaying organic matter. All right, all clear. Examples. Maybe one asks if fungi is an example of option A में saprophytic nutrition, B में autotrophic nutrition, C में heterotrophic, and D में none. Then what will you tick out? Then you will just see tick out that is the saprophytic nutrition, and the correct answer is the option A. All right, all clear? Obviously yes. Now basically what I am here writing is that I have written here some common fungi are mushrooms, bread mold, yeast. One student can be asked questions. Sir, only one example. So you are giving only one example. That is the fungi. No, I'm not giving only one examples. But basically, what I'm saying mushrooms are, which is a which is belongs to the category of, that is the fungi. All right, so mushrooms is also an example of saprophytic nutrition, and similarly bread mold is also examples of saprophytic nutrition, and the similarly yeast is also an examples of, that is the saprophytic nutritions. All clear? All right, obviously yes. Okay, now what about this one? I have written here, the plants which use saprophytic mode of nutrition are called saprophytes. Got it? Actually, those animals who belongs to the category of Homo sapiens, then you will just simply say that they are the humans. Yes, na? Obviously, yes. Similarly, here, basically what I'm saying that he, one who or that plants who are obtaining their nutritions by and just like saprophytic nutritions, then this type of the plants can be just simply say that saprophytes. Saprophytes. All right, all right. Now here is some pictures that I just want to show you. Actually, the picture is that this picture shows a fungus. All right, that is a mushrooms growing on the rotting wood of a dead tree. This is the mushrooms, how mushrooms looks like. Mushrooms looks like just like this, just like a umbrella, an umbrella. All right, you can easily see these mushrooms on the villages area, nearby your villages area, where the cow dung is collected in huge amounts. Then there you can easily see these structures. So this is mushrooms, how it just looks like. Just look at these pictures. And one more things about these mushrooms. Mushrooms mainly grows in easy way in rainy seasons. Okay, so in rainy seasons, if by chance you go in a village, then you must visit near near your common pathways, your roadways, and besides these roadways, you can easily see these structures, that how mushrooms look like. All right, or you should must visit that place where so many cow dungs is collected in huge amounts. Then over that cow dungs, mushrooms can be grow in easily way. All clear about this one? What I don't think you have any queries related to these particular questions or particular topics. All right. Okay, you can, if you want, you can write it, make it in your notes. No, don't make these figures, because these figures is only for the reference purpose, that I just wants to show you or explain about these mushrooms. All clear? But you should must write this point. This is your notes about the saprophytic nutritions. I'm side here and you can write it. Okay. Now we can move on to the next topic. All right, all clear? Okay. Here, this is your topic. The topic is that activity to grow fungus on a bread. This is your topic. This is your topic. And this topic is going to be only for the knowledgeable purposes. Okay, you don't need to make this activity on your notebook or on your copy. So that's why take it is easy, and now only listen to me and start learning. Here basically what I just want to share with you about this activity is that I'm going to grow a fungus on a bread, on a slice of bread piece. All right, all right. Here I have already written here fungus growing on a slice of bread. The growth of fungus has spoiled the bread. But the questions here arises is that, sir, can you tell me how fungus can be grown over a slice of bread or a bread piece? Okay, let me finish. Let me explain. I mean to say that you should must take a piece of sliced bread piece or bread piece. Now you will just simply bet that particular bread piece. Okay, wet it. I mean to say that pour some butter over this slice of bread piece and then keep it for 2 to 3 days. 2 days, 3 days, or maybe 4 days, 5 days, maybe on a sunny day or on a moisturous day. Then what will you observe? You will just simply observe that after 4 to 5 days that there is some a green colored layer is obtaining on over this slice of bread piece. That here you can easily say this all are the green layer that is going to be covered over this slice of bread piece. And basically these green layers is nothing but this is the fungus that what we basically we just wants to grow it. Yes, obviously yes. Okay, let me finish why you are reading to better explanation. I'm saying that we can grow fungus on bread ourselves as follows. How we can grow fungus over bread? So we can grow fungus by following these steps. Okay, let me explain. Take a slice of bread. Okay, take a slice of bread. One piece, maybe only one piece is enough, and moisten it with butter. I have already told you, you should must wet it, not wet. Wait, I'm saying this, not I'm saying this, not I'm saying this, I'm saying this. Okay, no confusion. All right. Now let us talk about the next one. I'm saying that to keep it in a moist and warm places for 2 to 3 days. You can also observe this fungus over a bread piece only in within 2 to 3 days. All right. We will we will find that some fluffy patches appear on the surface of slice of bread, and he is saying that see figure 11. This is the figure number 11. Actually, fluffy patches appearing over a slice of bread, and this are the nothing but this is the fungus that is growing over a slice of bread piece. All right, all clear. Now these patches are of fungus plants. Okay, I have already told you these patches are the fungus, that is the fungus plants. The patches of fungus may be white, that your what basically you are saying here white, here green, maybe here yellow. Okay, green color, brown, black, or any other color. All clear? If we look at this slice of bread through a magnifying glass, the fungus plants growing on its surface will appear to cotton like threads like a structure. Okay, all right, all right. One may surprisingly ask that, Sir, I just want to see how fungus looks like. Then you must need some magnifying lenses or some magnifying glasses, maybe microscope. Yes or no? Then you will just simply magnifying that bread piece that is which is covered by a layer that may be a green layer, brown layer, or any other colored layer. That is what that is the basically a fungus. All right. Then then fungus will looks like or appears just like a thread like a structure or just like a thread only. Okay, then this is how fungus looks like. But if one may ask a question that sir, can you tell me how fungus are growing over that particular bread piece? Why just fungus growing over that? I'm doing what you are saying, but how? Tell me some more explanation about this particular point. How fungus is growing over these bread pieces areas? Okay, actually, a student, the fungus is already available in our atmosphere. Okay, but when moisture is going to be absorbed here, then fungus is also coming here, and after striking this one, then fungus is going to be attached here. Okay, then fungus will grow over this particular bread piece. That what I just wants to explain. I have already explained you that what I am going to explain this particular points. Okay, we will now describe how fungus grows on a slice of bread. How is it possible? Actually, the teeny spores of fungus plants are always present in air. I have told you, fungus spores are already present in the air, but we cannot see them with naked eye. Okay, when these tiny spores land on wet objects and warm conditions, then they germinate and grow into new fungus plants. And after striking this fungus, this this particular bread piece, that is the moisture bread piece, then the growing of fungus is, then the chances of growing fungus is increases. So that's why fungus is growing over this particular slice of bread piece. All right, because fungus can be grown in the moisturous areas. All right, all right. It was one such airborne spores which settled and grew on the moist slice of bread kept aside by at a warm place for a few days. After keeping this particular slice of bread piece in a warm place or on a warm place. Now, please note that the spores are a kind of seeds of fungus plants. Okay, you can say that that is the reproductive as barking, just like a reproductive over this bread piece. All right. Actually, the spores of fungus is just like you can also say that a kind of seeds. You are growing any types of plants, then after sowing that particular seeds, then plants can be grown easily. So just like that, a spores of fungus, that means the seeds of fungus is present in the environment, and after striking with this particular bread piece, fungus are easily grown over this particular bread piece. All right, all clear. But in simple languages, we can say that a fungus is already present in our environment, and after striking this, these things all are happened. That what I have explained. All right, all clear? Obviously, yes. If you want, then you can take it easy, and if you want, then you can also write down the whole activity. If you have terms, then you can write whole activity on your notebook. All clear? All clear. But you should must mention this figure. You should must draw a bread piece and denote this particular fungus, that how appears over this particular slice of bread piece. Okay, I think you have finished this particular point. Okay, let me explain about the next topic. Okay, what about the next one? The next one topic is that, okay, all right. Okay, this is your new topic, and the name of the topic is the fungi can be useful as well as harmful. I have already told you how to germinate or how to grow a fungus over a slice. But the questions here arises is that, sir, fungus are useful for us or fungus are harmful for us? Then, then don't worry, I'm here to explain these particular questions. First of all, I just want to tell you how fungus is useful for our body or useful for us. Or you can just simply say that what are the advantages of fungus, or you can just simply say that what are the disadvantages of fungus. Okay, or you can also say that what is the harmful effects of fungus. All right, so these are the questions that what I just want to explain right now. So okay, let me explain. The first of all, I'm saying that fungus can be useful as because of the following reasons. If someone asks you, boys, you are saying that fungus are useful, then how you are saying that fungus are useful? Can you tell me some reasons? Okay, then you will just simply say that the first one reason is that fungus such as mushrooms and yeast are useful. But the fact is that why they are useful, then I have written here mushrooms are eaten as vegetables, whereas yeast is used for producing alcohol. Brother, maybe the question arises why fungus is useful? Because mushrooms are the category of fungus also, and the yeast are also category of fungus. So these are the two categories of fungus. And mushrooms can be useful, can be eaten just like a vegetables. And by using yeast, alcohol can be produced by using yeast. So I have yours, what you are watching or what you are observing here. You are observing that okay, how fungus is useful for us. That what I just want to explain. Okay, all clear, all clear. Next one is the some fungi are also used for making medicines. Fungus can be used in the field of medicines. We want to know how. I have written four examples. The penicillium fungus. Actually, the name of the fungus that is the penicillium. Penicillium, which is the name of the fungus, is used in making antibiotics called penicillin. Penicillin, which is the name of the medicines available on English medicines. All right, all clear. Which is antibiotics that can be eaten by a patient. All right. So how penicillin be obtained by a fungus? Then which type of the fungus? That is the penicillium. So objective questions can be arised from these particular points. How? You are saying that how objective questions can be arised from these particular points. The objective questions can be asked just like this. Okay, how penicillin be obtained? So be obtained penicillin by which fungus? So penicillium fungus. All right, all clear. Now I am saying that fungus can be harmful because of the fluonisms. Upper side, I have told you fungus is useful for us, but how? All right, but now I'm saying that fungus can be harmful, but questions may be asked how and why. So because we have some reasons. The first one is that fungi also cause disease in plants and human beings. These are the points. Because sometimes fungus can be destroy the crops. These are the harmful things and the harmful cause of the fungus or harmful effects of fungus. Actually, the skin disease called ringworm is caused by fungus. This is the famous disease and which is a very vulgarous diseases which is found in man and maybe animals also. So ringworm is basically caused by a fungus. All right, all clear. So by these 3 points, I have told you how fungus are harmful for us. All clear? All clear. Okay, all right, all right. Now your new topic and the name of the topic is that is the insectivorous plants. But if someone asks you what is insectivorous plants or can you tell me the definitions of insectivorous plants, then what will you say? Okay, you will just simply say that those plants who obtain their food by using insects. Okay, the one who that eats insects are called insectivorous plants, but one who is used for the plants only here. The conditions is that just like this. All clear? All clear. I have already written here those green plants which obtain their food from the insects are called insectivorous plants. Simply. Okay, all right. No problem. Let us see. Then I hope if anyone asks you questions what is insectivorous plants, then I hope you can tell that definitions of insectivorous plants. Now let me explain some examples of these insectivorous plants. Okay, all clear. For examples, pitcher plant. Pitcher plant is the best examples of insectivorous plants. So you should must keep these examples in your mind. Next one is the sundew plants and Venus flytrap plants. Next one is the bladder wort plant. So these are also a different examples of insectivorous plants that you should must be keep in your mind. All right, all clear. So objective questions can be asked a student from this particular point. You want to know how? Actually, the questions here arises is that pitcher plant is an example of fill in the blanks. Option A में insectivorous plants, B में herbivorous, C में carnivorous, D में none. Then what will you tick out? You will just simply tick out that is the insectivorous plants. All right, all clear. Now the next point that is the insectivorous plants are called carnivorous plants. Then the questions can be asked from these particular points. You just want to know option A में insectivorous, B में carnivorous, C में both A and B, and D में none. Then what will you just tick out? You will just tick out option C, that is the both A and B. The pitcher plants, Cindew plants, Venus flytrap, and the similarly bladder wort plant is also in insectivorous plants as well as carnivorous plants. But the question arises, why you are saying that key insectivorous plants are the carnivorous plants? Basically, the fact is that because they can eat insects, so that's why they are carnivorous. I have already told you what is carnivorous in my next channel. Okay, you can also check out if you want. You can check out. Okay, I hope you have learned about these all points. So let me explain the next one. Do you want to know what is the next one? If you want, then you can write it. Okay, then now let me finish about this particular points. Concept clear? I have written all this, the first point, second point, and this is the third point about these insectivorous plants. And you are looking here, this figure is also basically a figure of insectivorous plants. Concept clear? Obviously yes. So I am saying that the insectivorous plants do not take nitrogen compounds from the soil. All right. This is the most important objective questions, and objective questions can be arised from these particular points. How? Objective questions arise just like that. Key nitrogenous plants cannot take by which type of the plants, or by which plants nitrogenous cannot be take. Any things questions can be asked in more different types, but not just like me that what I am saying to you. I am saying only for the references purposes. All clear? All clear. Then you will just simply say that is the insectivorous plant. But the fact is that the questions, most important questions here arise is that why insectivorous plants cannot take nitrogen compounds from the soil for their growth, because insectivorous plants does not require nitrogen compounds for their growth. Why they take nitrogen compounds from the soil? They don't take, because they don't need of that nitrogen compounds. So that's why they don't take that atoms from the soil. All clear? All clear. Because they can grow without this particular compounds, without taking nitrogen from the soil. So insectivorous plants feed insects to obtain nitrogen compounds. Actually, the matter is that these insectivorous plants cannot take nitrogen compounds from the soil, because they are taking insects, because they are eating insects, and by using insects, nitrogen compounds can be obtained by these insectivorous plants. So that's why they should take extra nitrogen compounds. They don't take extra nitrogen compound. Obviously yes, because they are obtaining, they are fulfilling their requirement by using insects. Okay, all clear. Which is required for growth. All right. The next one is that insectivorous plants are partial heterotrophs. The question arises is that insectivorous plants are autotrophs or heterotrophs. But the fact is that both are the same things. Insectivorous plants are autotrophs or heterotrophs. Why heterotrophs? Because insectivorous plants are eating insects. That means they are obtaining food from another particular living organisms. So that's why they are heterotrophs. Obviously yes. But one can be questions arise. Can you tell me insectivorous plants can do photosynthesis or no? Then you will simply say that yes, no, insectivorous plants can do photosynthesis. They are heterotrophs. They are both heterotrophs and they are both autotrophs. Why autotrophs? Because I have already told you, because insectivorous plants can do photosynthesis, then obtaining nutrition. So that's why they are autotrophs. And heterotrophs, why heterotrophs? Because they are eating insects. Okay, all clear. All right. The figure here is the figure of pitcher plant, that how pitcher plants looks like. Questions may be asked कि explain what is insectivorous plants, give examples, okay, and explain it with figure. Then you can also draw this figure in your particular examination. All right, all right, very interesting figure. All clear, all clear. If you want, you can write it, you can write it, your this figure on your notebook, important figure. All clear. The questions arises, why insects are coming here, insects are coming here because the sweetest liquid, or very, you can say that feeling good after striking the with the nose of that particular insects, just like a perfume or just like a scent, liquid is going to be released by this particular modified leaf of pitcher plant. All right, all clear. And after striking with the nose of that insects, they are coming, or they are attracted towards this particular liquid, which is acting just like a perfume or just like a scent, just like a scent. When they sit here, then the gel stick to the legs of that particular insect, and when they sit here, the particular lid, or just like a cover of this particular leaf of the pitcher plant, the insects go inside this one and they become dead. All right, all clear. I explained it. They are also doing just like this. This is also doing just like this. This is also acting just like this. I hope you have learned about this one. Okay then. Okay then. What about the next one? Okay, all clear. So in this lecture, we are going to covering about only this particular topic. All clear. In the next lecture, we will cover some new topic. All right. All right, all clear. In the next lecture, see you soon in the next lecture. And for that moment, you should must bet, and you should must revise all the notes. So that's why I'm sharing all the notes. I'm also doing hard work for you. That's why I'm preparing notes. So you should must prepare your notes. So see you soon in the next lecture. And for that moment, bet. So love you all. See you soon. And then take care.